If you just walked away, what could I really say? Would it matter anyway? Would it change how you feel? I am the mess you chose, the closet you cannot close, the devil in you, I suppose, 'cause the wounds never heal.
Yep, that's a run.
Sometimes the things I say in moments of disarray, succumbing to the games we play to make sure that it's real.
Alright, here's the situation. This customer paid and had this truck painted a year ago. Made him sick because when he got it back, I don't think you can see it in here because I'm poor body man, painter, but they used a white sealer on this truck. And they didn't use the best of the best paint, but I mean decent. I'm thinking they used Shopline. Yep. Shopline. Here's the Shopline paint they used. Listen, there is still that much paint still in this thing, and they blamed it on the sealer as to why they didn't have any good coverage. Okay, out in the sunlight, this thing's blotchy, it has streaks, it has stripes. I mean, this guy's really putting a lot of time and energy and money into this thing. It was a rust-free truck, and minor bodywork needed, enough that metal glaze would fill it. Well, needless to say, he got it painted, wasn't happy with it, paid the guy anyways because, well, that's what you do when you learn the hard knocks way. But as I'm sanding with some 400 grit to knock the top off real fast. It's got some waviness in it. It ain't flawless. They had cut and buffed it, but it's still kind of grainy, so I'm cutting it with 400 before I Trizac 800 it to respray. And we're going to do it right. But stuff like this makes me sick. Look down here. Bottom of the fender. I barely even hit that with a 400, just like I'm sanding everywhere else. And that's how thin the material was. Like literally, one of the most obvious spots that vehicles are going to rust, and people dry spray the heck out of it. I mean, look down here. There ain't even any paint on that. Barely even primer. It's just makes me sick. There we go. You can see the good white right there, but it's really bad out in the sunlight. Cameras have a hard time picking up blotchy and tiger stripes. I don't normally do this. You see this piece of 400 grit right here. Orion. I have done this hood, cut it till everything's out of it. I'm almost done with this fender, and I bet I'll get half the door before I have to replace this piece of paper. So I wasn't too happy with their 320 grit. But they're 400 for a respray. It's cutting pretty darn good. And this ain't a Velcro pad, this is a sticky pad because I want it nice and flat and hard to get the slickest finish I can. Those Velcro pads are nice, but not to really cut grain out. Saw a few dents. I just hate to paint over dents, so we're going to go ahead and fix them. One here, one here. Wow. That light really makes it bright. So, alright, give you more updates as I go along.
just me and you. Who knows what we could do if we can just make it through the toughest part of the day.
Alright, finally got the door handles out. Somebody had butchered the inside bottom clips that hold it. It was pretty heavy paint buildup and tried to feather, and I'm going to prime real quick. Got a little ding up here fixed. Burned through the clear just a hair. I'm going to lay the primer on light to start out and then put it on heavier after it's cured a little bit. Did have to put a little filler on this. It didn't come out, and I didn't want to go all the way down to bare metal because I didn't want to have to epoxy it. But same thing over here. It was also jacked up on the inside and feather. I got to feather all this out. Got to prime out and block pretty good. That's progress. Could I really say, and would it matter anyway? It wouldn't change how you feel. Just give me a break and see the changes that I've made. I've got some imperfections, but how can you